Hey guys, welcome to your channel Floral Gardening. I hope you will be fine and doing good at home. So today we are going to talk about 16 varieties of lavender color rose around the world, and please don't confuse between violet and lavender color as the lavender color is much lighter than the violet. If you like the video, please press the like and share button, and if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more such videos. So let's start today's video. This is the Kinda Blue Rose. Of course, it does not look blue in color, but that's its name. It was originally bred by W. Cordes and Sons in Germany before 2015. Then it was introduced in Japan by Keisei Rose Nurseries in 2015 as Kinda Blue, and in United States by New Flora in 2015 as Blue Pom Pom. This rose grows up to 120 cm in height. The petals are usually 20 to 25 in number with deep lavender color. Nautica rose is a floribunda rose with erect bushy growth, and it grows up to 150 cm in height. Its petals are around the size of a palm. It has double flower balls in clusters, which is the most interesting thing about it. Talking about its resistance, it has high resistance against the diseases. This rose does not have much fragrance which you may not like. These roses are mostly used for preparing bouquets. Here is the Blue Girl rose. This rose has high scented blooms. The flower size goes up to 5.5 inches and feature an astonishing 30 to 35 petals in each bloom. Held aloft on long stems, these are perhaps the perfect rose for cutting. This beautiful rose is used in many wedding arrangements. The silvery lavender color is so unusual. The color changes in different seasons and as each bloom ages. It usually has a lilac fragrance. This is the Blue Bayou Rose, which is lavender bluish in color. It was also introduced by Cordes in 1993. This plant goes up to 150 cm in height, and it has a very good strong fragrance. Here is the Sterling Silver Rose. Sterling Silver is the true and original lavender rose, being nearly thornless and having a sweet and citrusy fragrance. This is the parent or ancestor of nearly every single modern lavender variety today. This rose should be grown by an experienced gardener and may be slightly challenging for the first 2 years. However, once it becomes established, it is a fabulous rose. It grows up to 180 cm in full sunlight. Of course, now comes our all-time favorite, Blue For You rose, which many of you might be having. It is basically a floribunda rose. It is a lovely compact upright bush having mauve or lilac colored blooms. When the bud opens, it is initially has a rich purple mauve color and they fade to a startling slate blue color. It has a pleasant fragrance and offers a lengthy repeating bloom. This is the Silverstone rose. Silverstone is a beautiful pale lavender rose. The bloom has a beautiful shape when fully open, and center petals can sometimes have a pale dusty lavender pink shade. Silverstone roses would pair beautifully with pink and other pastel colored flowers. This rose has a mild fragrance. Now comes the Purple Haze rose. Purple Haze is an exclusive variety of roses with a vibrant lavender and purple color. Each bloom has around 20 to 30 petals. You might be surprised as this rose has little to no fragrance. The unique thing about it is that when it blooms, you will find the center to be purple and the periphery to be slightly pink in color. This is the Blue Moon Rose, which is one of the first lavender blue hybrid tea roses. It has long pointed buds which open into beautiful double blooms that are blessed with intense fragrance. It was originally bred from sterling silver rose that we discussed earlier. There are around 35 petals in each bloom. The plant grows up to 3 feet in height. Now comes the Poseidon rose. Poseidon rose is a vigorous floribunda shrub rose which has a double cup-shaped flowers that bloom throughout the season. Each bloom contains around 50 to 60 petals. This plant grows up to 3.5 feet in height. Talking about its fragrance, this rose has a slight fragrance which will fade away the day it blooms first. Here comes the cool water rose, which is mostly famous for wedding occasions. Each bloom size is around 5.5 to 6 cm. Surprisingly, this rose has no fragrance at all. It has generally a high petal count and grows longer than other lavender roses. Here comes the Moody Blue Rose. Moody Blue is an upright deciduous hybrid tea rose which grows up to 1 meter in height with glossy green foliage. It grows from summer to autumn with high fragrance, large double blooms which are colored mauve pink with shades of lavender blue. This is the Climbing Waltz Thyme Rose. Climbing Waltz Thyme Rose is a beautiful and very popular climbing rose. It is very easy to grow and has long flowering. Climbing roses are very romantic and are simply breathtaking when in full flower as they ramble over a support along a garden wall. This plant grows up to 60 to 80 cm in height. Angelface is an upright bushy plant with lustrous foliage and a neat 3 feet tall and wide form. It is a good rose to use as a cut flower. It is a compact growing plant and blooms abundantly. It does best in full sunlight and well-drained soil. Each blooms contain around 25 to 30 petals with a strong fragrance. This is the David Austin Lavender Lassie. Lavender Lassie is a medium-sized double rosette-shaped lavender pink rose produced freely in clusters. It generally shows repeated flowering and was originally bred by Cordes in 1960. It grows up to 125 cm in height. Here is the Japanese blue Fujimoto rose. There is not much information about this rose as it is found only in specific areas. It is generally a climbing rose and blooms amazingly in spring. This is the Moon Shadow Rose. Moon Shadow Rose has blooms of dusky lavender purple, which is the most unique coloring. The flowers are borne on a 5 feet bush with glossy dark green foliage. The long pointed buds open into fully double flowers on long cutting stems. Their fragrance is that of a strong antique rose.